Welcome back, friends. This is Graybeard Gaming, and we are back on the Pinky Hard Economy, and we are about to start with our harvest of canola because something went wrong. And I didn't pay attention to what I was doing, and I didn't get the recording on planting my my soybeans. So what we're gonna do though is I'm gonna go ahead and get the grain truck out. I've got the harvester. All right, let's go ahead and get this. Almost sounded like the battery wasn't getting, or the starter wasn't gonna cooperate on this guy. All right, so take a quick look at our water buffalo, and we're not getting enough milk, but that's all right. We don't have to worry about that right now. We've got quite a decent amount of hay again, which is quite the relief actually, because if you look at it here, we've got probably over 100,000 liters of hay. Straw we don't have as much, but we're doing okay still. If we look at our goats, we don't have a lot left in the meadow, but they are currently fine. So hopefully they get a little bit more eaten off of there. I'm probably going to have to supplement them a little bit. I just don't know how much. But I wanted to go and take a quick peek. Our grass is ready again, but I just want to take a quick peek at our crops before we jump into our canola harvest. So right here we've got a very nice looking field of soybeans, and we're going to move up here, and we've got this really nice looking field of well, it's not soybeans, it is sunflowers. I wish this was my field of wheat, but it's not, and I don't have anywhere near enough money to buy it, so it's not really gonna matter one way or the other. And then we have this other field of soybeans, and that one too is looking fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to get back up to our field that has the canola in it, and we're going to start harvesting. And remember, we're going to have to hold on to this until like December, January, until the price gets somewhat respectable, because until then we are no longer using the guaranteed crop prices, which is fine. I mean, it's good for us. It's going to make it that much more difficult. And I mean, that goes for everything. It goes for milk. It goes for our goat milk, our hay, our grass. I mean, heck, even if we decide to do silage, it's going to go for that as well. So yeah, I mean, it's not, we're not looking for an easy way out. We're looking to make it difficult. So no reason in changing what we've been doing. But I am going to pull up over here. We're going to turn that guy off, and then we are going to jump on into the Massey. The messy looking Massey, and we are going to get going on our canola. I am kind of curious as to how much canola we're going to get off this field. I'm figuring somewhere around 14,000 liters. It's probably a fair, you know, guess. But I could be way off. I mean, I'm hoping for 20,000. That would be great. I just don't think it's going to happen. And next year, this will be, oh, sugar. Next year, this is going to be soybeans. And then where I have the sunflowers, that's going to go into soybeans as well. And then we'll probably have to do like oats in one of the other two fields just so that we can get some more straw. And the remaining field we'll probably put into canola. I don't know for sure. I don't know if I will, because I'm probably just going to do oats. I won't have canola next year. I'd rather have 2 fields of soybeans and maybe 2 fields of oats, or 1 field of, I'm trying to think of how many fields I have over there. I have 3 large fields plus this one, so I might do like sunflowers, corn in one, and oats in another one, and then that one will go into canola for the following year. So we just probably won't have canola for this next year, which is fine. That means none of our planting is going to have to be done until spring, and means we'll be having a good influx of money when we sell off our canola in December or January. I don't know exactly when that month is. We'll just have to wait until we get to it. Usually I would just hire a worker to take care of this, because this is the only thing we currently have beyond, I mean, I do have grass to take care of. I am going to check the market and see what's there. I wish I had the money to buy that. I really do. Absolutely love the Ford Excursion. My favorite vehicle I ever had was a Ford Expedition, 2005. Just fantastic truck, car, van, whatever, SUV. That's what it was. Had power. It had, had everything I wanted, and it was by far my favorite vehicle I've ever owned. Now, we're doing pretty well on the first headland on this field. I mean, I'm currently sitting at 37, almost 4,000 liters just on this first headland, and I am probably going to just start doing back and forth after this one, because I can get around that tree just fine. So we're gonna change things up, and we're just gonna start doing our up downs. Really need to get this thing washed. Definitely can see where equipment can sometimes need a bath. But we're going to continue on our up downs, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of get this little section taken care of, and then I'll empty it out and then go empty the grain truck, because it only holds 6,500 liters. I didn't get a wagon out just because I didn't feel like it was necessary. I might grab it while I'm over by the silos, because I think that's where it's at, and that's fine. So we're probably going to get about, well, probably 3 more cuttings of grass. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to probably actually only do 2 more as hay, and then I'm going to do grass, I think. I don't know, I haven't decided completely on this, but I was thinking maybe, or maybe I do 1 more as hay, and then the other 2 is grass, and then I don't know, and then I have something to sell. Because if we look at the price of hay and grass is a little bit low. It's a lot like so grass caps out around $50 a liter, and straw caps out at $50 a liter, and hay caps out at 61. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Silage caps out at $125-ish. So, you know, that's not bad. But I'm not going to get rich off of it by any means. The other things that, you know, we're going to be having to sell are like soybeans, which they cap out around 1,800. So if I have 30,000, I mean, I'm not going to make 60 grand or anything yet, but canola only earns 1,100. Oats are just under 1,000. Sunflowers are just about 1,200. So, I mean, not a lot of variation there, but let's go ahead and we're gonna take this canola and empty it out into our silo. It's the first time I've used a silo in this entire playthrough. How about that? And then what we've got here is the values of what we currently have. Buffalo milk and goat milk, we've got a good amount of both. Not a great amount, but a good enough. It'll help us out. Hay, we've got, 130,000 liters. That's great. That'll get us through a year. I don't know. I've been thinking, how can I maximize my money? And one of those things is going to be, I'm going to have to start doing silage. I have to find a place to put a clamp so that I can do silage, but I'm not ready to do it yet. But it's time to go ahead and do our up downs, and hopefully we can get that done and still make this video under 30 minutes. Alright, we're going to use our steering assist just because we can, and it'll just kind of make it a little bit neater, a little tidier. So one thing that we are going to obviously work on is I want to get more land, but I'm not in any rush to sell unless I have to sell anything. On a month-to-month basis, I need about, gosh, I want to say, let's take a quick look at our finances. And so every month I have about, on average, $700 in expenses. You have to take that elsewhere. So yeah, $700 in expenses. That's what I am working on every month, is to make sure. So right now I have probably 3 months worth of cash on hand to keep things going, and that's not going to get us far, but every little bit that I can, squirrel away is going to help us out. And that means that I want to get a few other things too. I just don't know where to put a clamp. I might have to go and looking for something that's a little bit different than what we currently have, because I'm just not finding what I want. The current clamps, I'll on my next, I'll wait until we get down to the end here, and then we'll start back up, going back up the field, and we can just kind of take a look at the different clamps that we can access, because they're just not, they're not what I need. I mean, I'm looking to, what can I afford to spend, what I'm willing to spend, all that stuff has to come into play.
Yeah, he tries stuff. He's got a tie, he's got the hat. It looks kind of I'm not hearing it in the living room.
Go take it to the living room.
Wait a second,
So what I'm looking for is just something big enough. I don't need a monstrosity. Whereas like this one, these are just monstrous. I mean, that's huge, and that's way more than I need, because I'm only going to have 80,000 liters to do. I'll cut May, July, September, November, 4 times a year. So I don't think I'm going to need that much, and maybe I will, but I just don't see where I'm going to. Because that is a big honking clamp, and I'm only looking to do like 100,000 liters a year. That's all I want. I mean, it's not huge money. I mean, 100,000 liters, that's like $19,000, and to me that's enough to make it worth my while. Now, typically speaking, I don't do sorghum, and as soon as we go back up the other way, I will check and see what the price is on sorghum, where it kind of caps out at. But I will see where, you know, like I said, I will see where sorghum.
I have to tell you something.
What do you need to tell me?
I want 2 green snacks.
You're gonna wait, or you're gonna go ask Mom. Sorry,
I want 2 green.
but sorry about that. 4-year-old stomach is always needing something, and he wants green snacks, which I have a feeling is Airheads, and I don't know if he's gonna get what he wants. Now, oats are a great little crop to have. I like them because, you know, you don't have to wait forever to sell them and make your money. Only thing that I would say though is they don't pay enough because they don't have a big enough yield. Same with sorghum. Sorghum doesn't really have a huge yield. Neither does soybeans. Soybeans pay so much more, so that's why those kind of get you know, a preferential amount of attention. But like sorghum, I don't think that really pays all that much. But we're going to take a quick look. Sorghum, yeah, I mean, it's like barely over what wheat pays. And if I look at some of these other crops, I mean, sunflowers, yeah, they're all right. Just trying to see. Like I've never done long grain rice. I'm kind of interested in it, but this isn't a flat enough map to really try and do that. Oats though pay enough. So I think sorghum has a slightly better yield than oats, but yeah, you're not going to get rich off of either one. And we are almost full. Just gonna go ahead and turn, and we'll get our auger out and in position to offload. And let's get our truck over there. I believe I said 14,000 liters. We're already at 13. So that's great as far as being able to make some money. We will make a little bit, not a ton, but we'll make a little bit. And I am trying to not use workers just because I want to be able to spend my money elsewhere. And we're back to running. I think we'll be able to get this all in this one field all done in the next few minutes. After that, I wouldn't expect to, see us before October when we can harvest soybeans and sunflowers. That'll probably be our next time that we get together, and we'll be harvesting. Now, I think that we are going to get a really good amount of soybeans. I think we're going to get a decent amount of sunflowers. I think that we're going to probably wind up somewhere around, valuation around $20,000 for the sunflowers, and I'm hoping that we're somewhere in the $50,000 range for the soybeans, and those two plus the plus whatever we get for our canola should at least get us to a point where we can either start doing silage, or because I mean we could get a wrapper. I was just thinking that seems like a bit of a cheat, but I don't know if I have a place to put a clamp, and that's my biggest setback right now, is having a spot to put a clamp. And I'm not going to do that anytime before November anyways, which when we think about it, November's not that far away, but it's far enough away, because I think if I was to do that, then I would just wrap whatever I make in November and whatever, because I'm going to do probably 2 cuttings of grass and bale it, and some of it I will feed to my goats for the winter. I'm going to have to supplement their food source though, I think, because they're quickly eating through that meadow. I think there's only like 2,000 liters left over there, so they might not even make it through the rest of this month. But if I can do 100,000 liters or 120,000 liters of grass bales, then I think that's pretty good. And then if I wind up doing those as silage, I mean, that clamp is actually cheaper than the bale wrapper, but it's like $2,000 cheaper. But once you buy a bucket for your tractor to unload it, and then that's the other thing we don't have is the forage wagon. If we have to buy a forage wagon, that's going to cost us $30,000-$40,000, which I don't have a problem spending that kind of money, but a single bale wrapper is $17,000, whereas I would need a clamp at $15,000 and a bucket at however much that is, $2,000. So there's $17,000, but then I need to get the forage wagon, and that's where the money, that's $40,000 that you're spending it. You've committed. So all right, so we're gonna be somewhere around 17,000 liters, I think, but we're gonna empty this out, and I'll give you a total of how much canola we actually did get off of off this one field. 17,000 is a significant increase over what we had gotten when we did our first harvest 2 years ago in August 2 years ago. We did not get anywhere near that. I think it was like maybe 12,000. So that just kind of shows you how much the proper care of a field does. benefit your yield. And let's hop out here. We'll be able to go up here. And we have 16,624 liters of canola. So, pretty good day of harvesting, I would say. I'm glad you guys could join me for it. So next time we'll be probably harvesting maybe our sunflowers, and then we'll worry about soybeans after that. But for now, thank you guys for tuning in. It's Graybeard Gaming, wishing you the very best of days. You guys be safe out there. See you next time.